Well. Welcome back to some more beta Minecraft. Not an awful lot's happening today, is it? Nothing special. I'm just chilling here. Hope you're having a good day, whatever you may be doing. What I'm doing is I'm actually going to go to the tower village that we don't have a name for, and should probably have come up with a name for it by now, but it wasn't originally meant to be a settlement. Anyway, that's the that's one of the issues of the Eats Road is that it lets out two boats now. I should probably fix it. I'm just too lazy, and the thing is, it won't work forever. So I'm just kind of like, it's just kind of like dying out on me, but whatever. Anyway, I decided to bring along some bone meal. We're just going to plant some grass. There's this theory, or not theory, but I know there's some preference people have that they remove the flowers and keep the grass, so we're going to do that. I don't do it all the time, but on this particular occasion, I think it would be good to appreciate the grass without the flowers. But I do like the flowers as well. In fact, you know what? Let's just add a few flowers next to the bridge. But yeah, let's completely go ham on this place and just completely turn all of the grass into the long grass. We've not actually generated any new chunks, because I don't think there's anywhere in this world that we've been that has the long grass. We may do before the end of this generation, but not right now. We should add some more flowers here as well. Why not? Great stuff. So yeah, I've not done too much decoration with this, and that's one of the things actually I was going to say last episode, because I was using the what do you call it? I was using the trapdoors a fair bit. One of the things about going through these updates is it helps you appreciate different blocks more. Like trapdoors, I barely use in. Well, no, that's unfair. I do use it from time to time. Oh, should we put a tree here? Oh wait, no we can't because there's fire nearby. Never mind. I mean, we could probably get away with putting a tree somewhere over here. Surely we can get away with putting a tree here. Let's pop down that. Shouldn't burn down. It shouldn't. It's far enough away. Yeah, so trapdoors, I do use them, but not a huge amount. And so it's like, you know, getting to play this and getting trapdoors for the first time and being like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Because, you know, I've been playing for 100 or so episodes with no trapdoors. It really gives you a new outlook on the game, to be honest. That's one of the biggest perks of playing in these versions. But at the same time, I get why they're not for everyone. I understand if people are less interested. Right. I see I've already put flowers outside. Let's add some more grass, shall we, around these houses. Of course, there's no double tall grass. That was added 1.7, I believe. I remember it well. Alright, we might build something here. I'm not sure. I was actually thinking of building something here today, but I'm too lazy. And I've left some chests here. I know we were only here, what, about 10 episodes ago or something. I don't quite remember. I was actually going to change the trees in the middle, but I'm just going to leave them. Partly because I'm too lazy, partly because, well, they're the original trees. Oh, we've got a lot of wood. Interesting. I need to keep this in mind, because it's typical of me to, like, forget I've got resources lying somewhere, then go and grind a bit more, if you know what I mean. That's happened to me on many occasions. I've never noticed that floating tree before, or floating island with a tree on it. That is pretty spectacular. Anyway, we are going to do a bit of caving this episode. Nothing special. The reason we are is because I need gold for something we're doing next episode. And I mean, the next two episodes, maybe three, the next 2 or 3 episodes, not much is going to happen. I've honestly run myself into the ground with all the projects we've been doing lately. I know making paths and all that isn't that difficult, but it still requires a bit of motivation to actually just get down and, you know, do it, if you know what I mean. And we're caving in these, or in this terrain, sorry, just for a bit of a difference, because it's been a while since we spent a lot of time in the alpha terrain. Usually I would go to the beta terrain where there's more ores. Oh, I mean, this is another reason why I wouldn't come here. Although, looks like it's quite dark down there. Have I actually been there? Let's hop down. There is some iron. Let's go check it out. See what's down there. Okay, yes, we've got some iron here. We don't have any armour. Probably should have made some. I always forget. It's not in my nature to make armour in these early updates because I'm so used to the armour breaking in an instant. So yeah, we're up to episode 145. Still in the beta 1.6.6. I must say, I've been enjoying it. Many things such as the fact you can now shift click stuff in your inventory. You could do that in 1.5. You could shift click through chests, or you could shift click stuff into chests, but you couldn't shift click it in your inventory. That's something that I've been enjoying a lot lately. I must have been here, but I don't know for how long. Maybe I turned. Maybe I didn't actually cave here because I was too scared. I wouldn't say that's unlike me, but you never know. I might have just deemed it to be, well, too risky. But you know, just basic stuff that has been a huge part of the game, or not a huge part of the game, but just little things that people utilise each day when they play the modern versions. Only now I'm getting to appreciate. So yeah, as I said, that's one of the good things about doing an LP in beta, alpha. And I know I should have done a spiel about how my outlook has changed on these older versions in a previous episode. Oh no. Oh, let's not fall. There he is. Whoa. That was easy. Thank goodness I made a spare sword. Whew. There's a lot of cave. Yeah, there's very few ores. That's one of the things you can notice. I don't even know what version I loaded this terrain in. But I feel like it can't have been InfDev, surely. I didn't do that much exploring in the first 10 episodes, which is what I spent in InfDev, but yeah, it's just very peculiar. Anyway, I guess I'll pick up some coal, might as well. And there's some iron, although not too much. I feel like I accumulate more iron now, because I remember back in the day. I remember back in the day, i.e., 100 episodes ago when I was in Alpha, it was rare for me to get over 9 stacks of iron, especially after I built that tower in Anatolikos. I built a tower out of iron blocks. That completely drained me of iron for a long, long time. And it was only after the new terrain was added in Alpha 1.2 that I began to accumulate more. So there's definitely less ores. I don't think that's out of the question. I saw it in the patch notes as well. They said in one of the versions, beta 1.2 I think, it was like, oh yeah, ore rates have been increased, or ore distribution or whatever. Oh dear. There's the competition. Oh no. There we go, all good. Also, I should say, creepers now no longer, they no longer like charge up and then stay charged up if they don't see you. They actually discharge. Like, watch this. Okay, that was a bad example. Well, let's get this guy. This guy could be our demonstration. Can you get up there? Yeah, you can. Right. How are we gonna do this then? Let's put a wall up. Whoa. Yeah. See, look. Oh. Okay. Right. Now watch. This guy would explode for sure. He would detonate immediately if he hadn't discharged. The point is he's discharged. Watch. Yeah, see, look. That was a terrible demonstration, but just take my word for it. So it was probably, what was that, alpha? Not alpha, sorry, beta 1.5 maybe that changed, or 1.6. I don't remember. I caved a lot in beta. Actually, I'm not sure if I did. To be honest, I haven't caved an awful lot in beta. I have a bit on camera, but very rarely off camera. I just I always seem to have resources, although I'm running low on iron, which is why we're doing a spot of caving today. Oh, hello. Did I might have died on this caving trip. I wonder if I probably didn't record it. Maybe I was streaming or something, but I did I die? There's no redstone. Well, I don't see any yet. Oh, wait, there's gold. Oh look, diamonds! What do you know? A Jedi! What do you know? Anyway, no, moving on. That was unexpected. Diamonds are super rare in Dev. Well, maybe they're not super rare, but they seem super rare. Maybe they're super rare because we're not in Pause. We're in... Well, we're not in Neg either, to be fair. And it wasn't the rarity of ores, it was the size of the ores. Yeah, we're in Pause Neg. Pause Neg is the quadrant I think we spent the most time in the early part of the series, because we very rarely went past 0-0. In fact, I think the first time we passed 0-0 was... Oh, actually, Pause Neg and Neg were the two quadrants we spent most time in. But the first time we passed 0-0 to the south was... Let's go get the diamonds before I forget about them. It was when we went to build my house, my mansion. I guess that's technically an ongoing project, although I'll be honest, and I mentioned this the other day, I've kind of given up on doing interiors. Not because I don't find them enjoyable, just because I don't find them enjoyable. Nah, I just couldn't think of anything, to be honest. To be honest, I don't regret building the house. It's just very inaccessible, and now it's even more inaccessible because the elevator doesn't work. Was that? I thought I saw a mob tag under there. Yeah, it's even more inaccessible because, you know, you can't ride the waterfall with a boat anymore. We'll either have to fix that, or we'll have to get another mode of transport. At some point, each road will stop working. I'm intrigued to see when that is, although we may have to do a bit of maintenance on it. Maybe we could do that next episode. A bit of maintenance on the each road, change the delay and all that. Do you know why I'm not covering it all in covering the obsidian or the lava completely in water and turning it to obsidian? The reason is because I'm still in the habit of saving the lava for projects, because there was a time when lava was the only viable source of light that we could use. But no longer. We have, well, jack-o'-lanterns that I'll never use unless they ever add the feature for pumpkins to become farmed. I wonder if they'll ever add that. But no, you know what I mean. I've not used that method yet because you can't farm them. Also, glowstone was difficult to get, so that's why lava was the easiest thing to use. There's still a fair amount here. I'm terrible at caving in ultra hardcore, so I'm not surprised that I found both gold and diamonds. Oh, well, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? Right. Oh, what you know? Even more diamonds. And look, can I just point out, was there torches over here? I feel like there was torches over here. Yeah, there was torches up there. Torches down there. I was so close to the diamonds, and I never picked them up. And unfortunately, it looks like we'll have more diamonds than gold, which I appreciate, but it was gold I really came in for. Zombie pigmen, of course, don't drop gold. So yeah, I'm not seeing an awful lot of redstone, which leads me to conclude that this is inf-dev terrain. Totally didn't know I'd explored this far. I'm guessing it was just rendered chunks or something, because I definitely didn't come over here. Ooh, hello. Forgot about that feature. We can see where there's cave. Imagine if the tag disappeared and the mob just started crouching or something. That'd be pretty funny. I can see why they got rid of that feature, to be honest. I mean, it's very, very useful, but very, very broken at the same time, let's be honest. Right. For those wondering, by the way, like the date, with regards to the dates of beta releases. Oh no! Oh, that's a nightmare. It's fine, my pickaxe was running out anyway. And I didn't have much gold. Right, let that be a lesson, folks. Always, always, always make armour. Oh goody, it's raining. Okay, so I got my stuff back. One of the biggest perks of recording is I could just look back at the footage and check out the coordinates of where I died. Anyway, that's part of the reason I don't play hardcore mode. Hardcore mode would cripple my my playstyle. I wouldn't say I'm bad. It's just I've got more of a carefree attitude when I play the game, which obviously results in my death a lot. I'm not saying I'm That may sound like an excuse, but genuinely, I think I would try harder if it was hardcore mode. Well, that's the thing. Before I ever played ultra hardcore, I always imagined what it'd be like playing hardcore mode, and then eventually ultra hardcore mode. How would I cope if it was in a like your ordinary survival world? And you know, this is like 5 years after I've played my first ultra hardcore game. How have I coped? Simply, I've adapted my playstyle. Although obviously 1.8's made ultra hardcore very easy on the PvE front. There's really no need to adapt. But, you know, maybe adapt slightly. I guess I would adapt for hardcore mode, but I don't think I would enjoy it. So yeah, that's the end of it for me. I would do hardcore mode if it was like a challenge, if I was doing a speedrun. Usually if I do a speedrun, it's in hardcore mode. You know, like kill the dragon in as quick a time as possible. Or, you know, I did Ethos speed challenges a couple of years ago. Well, I did them about 5 years ago, but then I redid them a couple of years ago, and that was pretty fun. And they were all done in hardcore mode. Yeah, I think we're going to head out. I think we're going to head for the beta terrain and the bigger ore veins, or the more consistent ore veins. That was close. So this may seem like a pretty obvious fix to the Eats Road, but it's quite simple. Just use 2 boats in the system, don't use 4, and they don't get in each other's way. Found another cave. This one is in beta terrain. Beta terrain that we loaded in, well, before 1.6, so it should have a lot of good ores in it. And before I died, I was about to speak about the release dates of all these versions, just to give you, well, just to keep you in the loop, because obviously it was very different then than it is now. But it was also very different from, you know, the days of Alpha. Because Alpha, although Alpha was out for about 6 months between July and December of 2010, it was very much a case that some of those updates were only out for, you know, a matter of days, even a matter of hours, if Notch found a specific bug. I've said that before. It's probably common knowledge anyway. But beta things were a little more spread out. Most beta updates were actually out for about a month. It's weird to see that some of them were like a month apart. Not exactly, but almost exactly. They were all spaced quite evenly. Obviously beta 1.0 that we played in was only out for a few days. It didn't have much in it, actually, come to think of it. But yeah, that was only out for a few days. 1.1 was out for a month, roughly. 1.2 was out for a month, roughly. Same with 1.3. Beta 1.4 was only out for a couple of weeks, actually. It was brought out on the 30th of March 2011. And 1.5, beta 1.5 came out 18th of April 2011. So roughly 19 days later. So about 3 weeks. So obviously compare that to updates these days, it's vastly different. Where am I going? I saw loads of mobs in other caves. Oh look, there's one here. This is so broken. Oh hi. Yeah, this is so broken, just being able to look through walls and see mobs. The 404 challenge actually bans this. Believe it or not, I'll let you in a little secret. I was actually planning to do the 404 challenge for this series. I sometimes make my plans known, but I wasn't gonna like foreshadow or anything. I was gonna let it be a surprise. But you might remember a number of episodes ago, I had a kind of like a dream as an intro to my video. Well, that dream was meant to be the introduction to the 404 challenge. The reason I did eventually do it was for a number of reasons. One, because I didn't think it was that interesting. I actually failed, I died. Also, I had to come up with a linear goal. I didn't want to make it like another survival world, because otherwise we could have done another 100 episodes on it. I just wanted it to be a short kind of, you know, few episode thing. But oh, there he is. The problem was that I couldn't think up a linear goal that was interesting enough. It was achievable. My linear goal that I decided to set was getting all the metal blocks, but it was difficult to make that interesting. I could have fitted it easily into a few episodes, but the thing was, I never actually did much other than place lava down, which is what you have to use for lighting, and just run around fighting mobs. I mean, it was fun, but it was fun for me, but I don't think it was that interesting in hindsight, so that's why I ended up dumping that idea. So yeah, might do the 4-4 another time, or, as I said, we might not do it. I'm not convinced it would make an interesting series. It might, but as I said, it's really based around survival, and it's one of the... I was going to say it's one of the few survival challenges I've not done, but I'm sure there's loads of survival challenges I've not done, like hardcore mode, for example. Anyway, so with regards to updates, Beta 1.5 was out for about a month, Beta 1.6 was out for about a month as well, incidentally, and then Beta 1.7, I believe, was out for a little longer than just a month. I'm not sure how long, but I feel like it was out for 2, maybe 3 months. And then obviously Beta 1.8 and the rest is history. That was the days, like as soon as Beta 1.8 came out, or no, as soon as Beta 1.7 came out, the days of, having monthly updates was over. Because after that, 1.0, well, Beta 1.8, then 1.0, then all the other updates. I mean, the thing was though, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, all the way up to 1.7, they all came out relatively close in proximity compared to these days. Like, I remember 1.3 came out, was it August, roughly, of 2012? And then 1.4 came out later in the year, so it was, just a couple of months at most. But I guess the issue nowadays is, well, the issue with the release of 1.7 occurred, and then I'm presuming there was a lot of changeover with the sale of Minecraft to Microsoft. I'm presuming that may have interrupted things here or there, and that's why 1.8 might have been delayed, that's why 1.9 might have been delayed. The thing is, though, they're operating one of the biggest, like back in the beta days, Minecraft wasn't as big as it is now. I mean, it was popular, but it wasn't as big. But these days, there's a lot more pressure on updates and getting them right, getting them bug-free, making sure everyone's able to play them and all that. So, that's probably why, we only get like one update a year now or whatever. That being said, I do like the direction they're taking with the game. Personally, I'm not opposed to it. One of the things I saw recently was there was a tweet from, I think, someone who had some link with Hermitcraft. Either they'd played with the Hermitcrafters before, or they were on the Hermitcraft server, and it was something like, oh yeah, the game's way too easy, but they made reference to how easy it is to get mending and everything like that. I mean, spoilers, I've got like 3 double chestfuls of mending books in my journal world at the moment because I traded it. In my opinion, it was already easy to get mending if you got a mending villager and it was cheap. I just got lucky. I had a dirt cheap mending villager. We should be finding gold. We found lapis, but I can't seem to find any gold. But the thing is, like, I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not opposed to having mending necessarily be easy, or diamonds be easy to get. It's easy to get stacked. In the Cake Course server, Season 2, I had pretty much everything you needed in the game within the first week. Because, I wanted to build a wall. I wanted to trumpet. No, I'm kidding. But no, I wanted to build a wall. I knew it would take a long time. I knew I needed everything possible, so I made sure I had full diamond, prot 4, a beacon, a elytra, that sort of thing. And it was really easy. But the thing is, you don't have to play the game like that. You can't play with full iron. You can play with slowness potions if you so desire. Yeah, I'm being a wee bit... standing here is maybe not the smartest idea. So, believe it or not, folks, the original X-ray glitch with gravel now no longer works. And the reason for that is because, and I'm going to share this because next patch, Beta 1.7, pistons are added, and that brings about the TNT X-ray glitch, which is positively one of the greatest glitches ever. But the original glitch was one where you had to stand... like here. So imagine I wanted to look, actually let's get rid of that. Imagine I wanted to look over there. All I would do is stand with my feet here, right in the edge of these 3 blocks, but not quite in them, and then you would drop gravel on your head and you would see through the gravel, but that's what happens now. Like, the gravel pushes you away, so you can no longer stand inside, which admittedly makes complete sense because you should be able to stand inside blocks, but at the same time, you know, it's removed a very useful feature. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day there because I think it's night time at the moment. Oh, hey, we just need a, what, 8 or 9 or something? If this is an 8 vein, that is incredible. I was about to call it a day. 27 plus 8 is 35. I think we've got 1 smelted. So 36. I'm just going to call it a day there. 36. We've done it. So to finish this episode off, we're going to be doing something that I've wanted to do for a wee while. And we're going to try it here. We're going to waste several stacks of redstone on igniting a bunch of TNT all at once. Hopefully it will look cool. I would do it on a server if I... Well, if A, I could be bothered, and B, I knew it wasn't going to crash the server. I mean, it probably won't. It's not that much. We might not even have enough here. But I'm just going to go and set up now. And hopefully we don't accidentally misplace one. Okay, so we've added the extra pieces of TNT that I missed. Oh man, I'm kind of never... I should back it up. But here's the thing, right? They should all detonate roughly at the same time. Some will obviously detonate before others. But other than that, we should be alright. I could add more repeaters in just to make things a bit fairer, but well, we don't have time anymore. Let's just go for it, shall we? So every piece of TNT should be ignited. If it's not, well, that's a rip. Let's just go for it. Oh my gosh. Come on. Was it worth it? Was it worth the multiple stacks of TNT? I mean, it looked pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. It looked epic. Oh look, some of the redstone survived. 1 piece. Oh no, there's more. Yeah, so some of the redstone seems to have survived, but in terms of being resource efficient, that would be a good method of doing it if you didn't do many redstone projects. If you didn't use redstone at all, it's pretty cool. It does take a long time to set up. You would have to measure the amount of time that it would take to set up that compared to just clearing this out normally, as in placing individual pieces of TNT and then, you know, detonating a line like I usually do. And then that would allow you to see which would be the most efficient way. If you're wanting blocks, this is probably not the right way to do it because you're gonna lose a lot. Oh no. We'll be heading out now. See you later. But I mean, that's pretty cool though. Look at that. We've managed to begin the clear out process of this chasm area. I'll come back and light up another day. I can't be bothered at the moment. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. We didn't get much done, but I mean, I have done a lot in previous episodes, so it was nice just to chill, just to cave, bone meal a bit of grass, blow up. How much TNT was that? That was 2 stacks and 8. So 136 TNT all at once. Pretty cool. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you when I see you.